ratepayers, though, that they despise. It's the people who feed us. Thousands of farmers descended on Westminster today to actually protest against Rachel Reeves's family farm tax that was introduced last year. She wants to, well, she is slapping a 20% inheritance tax on family farms worth over £1 million. That's not a lot of money for a family farm. In the southeast, and by the way, having a asset worth £1 million doesn't mean you've got that money in the bank. Most of these farms are loss-making enterprises. You're talking about farmers that at the end of the day end up making minimum wage. In the southeast, £1 million, that's a barn and a couple of pigs. That's nout. They'll be forced to sell up, and that's what it's all about. It's a deliberate ploy to get farmers to sell up so they can pave over it with homes for migrants, with solar farms, with wind turbines. That's their plan. Nefarious, calculated, and quite frankly, evil. Have a listen to what farmers had to say. I'm going to play you some clips that I've been through and I've found incredibly actually rewarding. And I'm so proud of those that came out today. I wish I could have been with them.
Going on top of my tractor in front of the horse guards, all the way to Big Ben. Tractors are parked up. They're still pouring in the back, and they just keep on coming. Thousands of tractors here. Back British farmers.
Isn't that a beautiful sight? Look, they go down Whitehall, the seat of civil service power, of governmental power. They go all the way down, beaming down Whitehall. And farmers were told they can't drive their tractors in London. They were banned from doing it. That's how the state chose to respond to these peaceful, hard-working men and women who go out each morning at the crack of dawn to put the food that we feed and sustain our lives with. Did the police take a knee to them like they did the Black Lives Matter riots? Did they offer them tea and biscuits like they do for the Extinction Rebellion lot or the Just Stop Oil weirdos gluing their asses to the road? Did they, like they do for the Free Palestine people calling for jihad, calling for intifada, calling for the death of Jews? Did they allow it to go on each week, costing the taxpayer in policing and road closures? Did they allow the farmers to have their time to raise awareness for what's happening to them on this budget day? Did they allow this to happen? Did they? Answer me that. Did they allow this to happen? What do you think? What do you think, my friends? I'll tell you. I'll tell you clear as day what they did.
Who made the ruling?
Government and through
The government?
through police, basically.
The government and police, okay.
So yeah,
So they made a ruling that we can't park in
there's
Whitehall.
some things put in place that there can't be an assembly in Whitehall. You can assemble on foot and protest in Whitehall, but not with all the vehicles. Okay.
But let's be absolutely clear about what that exchange with a police officer and a farmer is all about. That's a farmer been arrested there. The Reform Party have made me incredibly proud today. They've sent a lawyer to a London police station to actually represent farmers, to represent them in their hour of need, because they've been arrested for lawful assembly, peaceful assembly upon Westminster. Starmer and his craven Labour Party never ever complained when the Palestine hard left were burning our flags, were destroying our flags, were clambering over our war memorials to commemorate our war dead, those brave boys who gave their lives so that we might be free. And the farmers are a step too far to them. It's the farmers that actually have gone too far to them. The police officer in that clip, if you could hear it, said there's a thing being put in place by the government that there can't be an assembly in Whitehall, not with all the vehicles. That's farmers banned, farmers arrested, farmers seeking imprisonment because of the fact that they assembled their vehicles. They used a Section 14 order. That's a police power designed to stop serious public disorder. I go back, my friends. Did this look like a scene of serious public disorder to you? Did it look like these farmers were shouting jihad? Did it look like these farmers were shouting intifada? Did it look like these farmers were burning our national flags, destroying our inheritance, clambering over our war memorials? Absolutely not. But it's a step too far to the Labour Party. Does that not tell you how far the purported party of the working class has stacked itself well and truly at the neck of the working class? They have us by the throat, the jackboot of the hard left. They do not represent the working class, the working man, the working farmer. Alan Miller from the Together campaign, who have been amazing during the farming protests, he was there and he saw what happened.
So we got a farmer being arrested, Section 14.
Another farmer.
This is the roundabout by Trafalgar Square. Our brave farmers who feed us, who feed all you guys in uniform and the whole country. We've had 2 years of mad protests. And now we have this farmer being arrested by Trafalgar Square, a public space, on Section 14 notice, on a basis that...
Another farmer. Can you believe this? Hang on. That's not playing. Here we are.
So we got a farmer being arrested, Section 14. This is the roundabout by Trafalgar Square. Our brave farmers who feed us, who feed all you guys in uniform and the whole country. We've had 2 years of mad protests. And now we have this farmer being arrested by Trafalgar Square, a public space, on Section 14 notice, on a basis that for weeks this has been planned. There's a budget today. Rachel Reeves is in there. They're about to attack family farms and our whole backbone. And these guys are arresting a farmer whose tractor's here. This is absolutely outrageous. You've got to let your MPs know. You've got to let the government know. This is what we're dealing with in 2025. The farmers are calm, they're professional, they're very polite. This is absolutely scandalous. It's unacceptable. That's why we're saying we stand with our farmers together. Look at this, going through all his personal things. I mean, if this doesn't make your blood boil, Britain,
It does.
if this doesn't make your blood, and how the Met Police suddenly have decided to get all strong after 2 years of some of the things we've been seeing going on
That's
here.
what I said.
When people talk about two-tier policing, I mean, this is the kind of thing they're talking about. Look at this. Doesn't it look like a criminal to you? It's
No.
absolutely unacceptable and scandalous. But farmers are all over London and the British public love our farmers, and we're going to stand together. We're going to make sure you hear from us, all the councillors. Many people are going to be punished in May, and MPs, and we'll see what's coming out on the budget today. But this is not stopping now. This has only just begun. You cannot treat our farmers like this in Britain. It's absolutely unacceptable.
I couldn't agree more. Well said, Alan Miller there from the Together campaign. And look, if you look at this farmer here, if you can see through the rays of sunshine coming in, but he's a young man. This is a young man with a family, a young farmer who just wants his inheritance of that family farm to be handed down, to be passed on, which it has been for generation after generation. This is a cruel assault on those who have a intrinsic link and connection to our agricultural rural farmland, and I find it grotesque. It's deliberate. It is the kind of thing that we saw in the Soviet Union, in which the farmlands, the farmers are the first to be attacked in this way, and I find it sickening. Treating the people who feed us like criminals. Labour, in their metropolitan cities and in Westminster, think that food comes from a supermarket without actually thinking about what it has to go through in order to get to the damn Waitrose they're all shopping. they're about to learn a very, very hard lesson. Have a listen to some of these farmers that were questioned on Whitehall, again, the seat of power in this country, and what they had to say about the assault on them, their communities, their families, their nation.
We'll fight them on the farm, we'll fight them in the towns, we'll get like the French and down with Starmer.
We don't want to cause trouble, but then, do we follow the French mentality and start spreading muck all around this place?
If they don't listen, we
Would
could
you
become
support
more
that?
like the French farmers. It wouldn't be through choice, it'd be because we were pushed that way.
We're getting more and more people coming into the country, and we got to feed them, but where's the food going to come from?
Yes, disrupt to make people listen, but I don't think that we would do anything illegal.
My dad's obviously the fourth generation and he won't be able to pass the farm down to me or my brother.
My advice to the government is to get some bread and cheese stocked up, because this is going to be a long winter.
In what way? What do you think?
In terms of they're going to go hungry.
Wow. Why?
Well, we can just close the gates.
What happens when there's no food? There's only 6 days food left in the country. So if we all went to war tomorrow, we'd have 6 days food. That's it.
If we just carry on saying, well, we're not going to give you any food, then they'll soon have to do something about it, because we're not going to back down.
Wow, wow, wow. There's only 6 days' food left in the whole country. And if the farmers went on a nationwide strike, we'd have 6 days of food. That's it. 6 days. We are an island nation, and this government is taxing the hand that quite literally feeds us into extinction. It is a sickening, communist-style assault on our country. And many of you are saying that actually, I think, I can see you in the comment section, many of you are saying that you would support the farmers taking this kind of action. Wow. I mean, this is a sign of the turn, is it not? This is a sign that the country has had enough, that actually we are at breaking point. We cannot possibly go on like this. We cannot maintain this. We are a nation that looks after foreigners more than our own farmers. It is a lunacy. It is an act of self-sabotage and national suicide. You cannot understand that. Princess May says, our elites